When thinking about what makes you successful, there's probably a bunch of different things that pop up. But what is one of the greatest keys to success? Consistency. Consistency, showing up, the effort that builds over time. That's hard. It's a lot. Because a lot of times you're in the moment and it doesn't feel like you're doing much. But then over time, once you take that bigger view, you see how things pay off. Well, one of the best ways to add consistency to your exercise and thus success is with a routine. And this is an adopted form of meditation, but we can do it with movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on a routine or a ritual of setup. We're consistently putting our hands in the same place, our feet in the same place, and it's not born of superstition. It is something that you do to make sure that you are consistently in the best position for mechanical advantage, but also so that you mentally are prepared for it as well. So consistency with a ritual that creates success in your lifting. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to set up the bottom position or our start position, and we're not even going to do anything. Well, we're going to do things, but we're not actually going to do the exercise. And I'm going to use a deadlift because a lot of people have a great understanding of what's happening in front of us, right? That's just normal. That's how we're wired. I look, I see, I can direct toward that. But anything that happens behind us, like our backside, our dark side of the moon, that is something that is a little bit more difficult to understand. So I'm going to do the deadlift because we're going to work on establishing a sensation of what the back position and the back body is doing in your posterior chain. Then it is easier for you to make sure you're in a good position. As a coach, I have I struggled in a journey of I got away from just like cueing people like, hey, straighten out your back. If you don't know what your flat back or a contracted or active back feels like, then it doesn't matter what word you use, you have to create that feeling, and that's what this is about. So we'll go through this. This drill is not only great for obviously building awareness, but it's also a great warm-up. So if you've ever held a position for longer than 5 seconds, you can start to feel the tension, and obviously it'll start to warm up the system. Great for class environments. Also, it's great for initiating your warm-ups for if you're just doing a deadlift or something like that. So first step is we're going to set our feet and then set our intention. Now our intention doesn't have to be something flowy and very esoteric. It just could be something as like, I'm going to lift this shit as heavy and as fast as I can. That's it. Cool. So I set my feet. I set my intention. I set my posture. So from here, if I set my posture initially in the best place, I already start bringing awareness, but it also helps me set up in the best possible way. If you're rounded when you go down, you're probably going to be rounded when you come back up with the weight. So I get that position, and I'm just going to kind of reverse engineer down. Good. So from here, I'm going to start a scanning kind of warm-up part. So I'm going to build from my feet all the way up to my head and hands. And what I'm really looking for here is sensation. So am I balanced? Where am I on my feet? Do I have tension in the right areas? Is that tension correct and balanced with between joints? So I'm in this bottom position. I create my hand grip on there, and I'll just kind of go back and forth. Okay, good here. And I'm scanning using both my eyes. I can see some alignment here, but my kind of back body sensation. So I feel my hamstrings, there's tension there. I should feel some tension on my glutes. My low back's engaged and ready. And I start to lock in this upper body, standing tall through here. Good. And so once you've established that position, you're going to practice doing some breathing. And all you're trying to do is just to create the appropriate tension to prepare. So here, locked in. Cool. So that's part one. Part two, step away. We're going to add motion. We're going to reestablish our position. set our intention, whatever that ritual is for you. Boom. And you're going to pull it back down in your start position. And now this time, what we're going to do is once we do that quicker scan, because you'll get more practice with it, you're going to then focus and send your intention and awareness to the major muscles that you want to work. Okay? So if you build that awareness bridge now from mind to muscle, it'll be easier when you're moving. So I set up, and I'm just going to slowly engage those main muscles I'm trying to use. Okay? So I'm using a lot of glutes, hamstrings, so I'm driving the hip to finish. Good. So I'm finishing and feeling with those target muscles. Good quick stop here, check posture. And then I'm going to go on the way back down. Same thing. Feeling the tension in those areas, building. Now this is also really good if you're going slow because you'll start to feel something go. Oh, you can adjust. So if you're going really fast, some of this stuff, you might not catch that. So building awareness, so you have to start slow. Once your nervous system catches up, well, then you can go a little bit faster. Good, you can repeat. Good. So that's the drill. This is a great warm-up. Again, you can use it in group classes, you can use it in your own training. If you're a little bit more advanced, I do like to couple this in with some explosive or speed work after this. So one is building on your kind of kinesthetic awareness, and the second piece, the speed piece, is building nervous system excitability so that you're ready to be explosive with it. Other than that, there's other obvious motions that we can do it, upper body pressing, things like that. It's slightly different because of the position, but you can, same basic principles. So take advantage of something new that you can try, and then take advantage of the moment. Thank you. Be well.